What is up, guys and girls? It's probably Sid here, back with another video, and you'll notice that I'm actually in the real world this time and not in a Minecraft server. That is because I wanted to do a setup tour. Basically, in 1 week I am going off to university, which means I'm moving out and I'll have my own accommodation and stuff, so I will be bringing a PC, but the setup will be downgraded somewhat, so I figured that this would probably be the last chance that I could, show off what I've been using for the past few months. The new setup that I will have, I'll go through that as well. It'll be just as powerful, actually slightly more powerful, but I won't have as many monitors, it won't be as flashy, and it'll just generally be smaller. So with that being said, I shall turn on the lights so you can actually see something, and we will move on to the next part of the video. Okay guys, so the lights are on, and as you can see, it's not as nice as it once looked before. Turning off the lights really just gets rid of all the imperfections, but that's okay. One thing that immediately pops up to mind is the stuff in that shelf, but we'll just ignore that. We'll start with the PC. Now, the actual PC tower, as you can probably see here, it's a very old case. The parts are quite new, but the case itself is very old. When I move on to the new PC, which is the one that I'm going to bring to university, I've got a much newer case, so hopefully that'll look nicer, but obviously it's just a case. It doesn't really affect the performance, other than maybe the cooling and stuff like that, but I don't know a whole lot about that stuff. On top of it, you can see some very poor cable management that's just been chucked behind the PC altogether, so yeah. As we move on to the chair, this is quite a nice chair. I got it from Costco. I can't remember how much it was, like sub 200 actually, so it's a very comfortable chair. It's just very soft in general, I'd say. Good lumbar support, etc, etc, and it's got you've got armrests that move up and down, so yeah, all in all a good chair. Next, when we move on to the microphone, this is something that I've spent quite a lot of money on. It's let me get this right, it's an Audio-Technica AT2020, which is quite a popular mic. I'll see if I can get the okay, I don't know where it says AT2020, but that's what it is. And it's got its own mic arm and stuff. Yeah, it says Rode on there. I believe that's because the actual mic arm is by Rode. Yeah, I assume so. But yeah, that's the microphone. It just plugs into the back of the PC. Next, we'll go into the mouse. This is the very popular Glorious Model O. There's not much to say about this mouse. It's incredibly well built. I've accidentally just moved on to my music. Hold on. So yeah, it's got a satisfying clicking noise. It's very durable, even though it doesn't feel like that. The cable is very soft but sturdy at the same time, and yeah, the software on the computer lets you change the debounce time and stuff, so you can make sure that one click is one click, and etc. I'll just put this straight. And then as we move to the left, we've got the keyboard. This is a Logitech G512 SE. It's a mechanical keyboard. I couldn't tell you what color switches they are, but if I remember correctly, Logitech does its own sort of thing as opposed to the switch system. So yeah, there's, take what you will from that. Next, we've got so I've got 3 monitors. 2 of them are by the same company, Philips, and it's the same monitor. It's the Philips 227E something. I'll put links in the description for all of these items. It's a 1080p monitor, but it's only 60 Hz. So I've got 2 60 Hz monitors, and it is a LED monitor as well. So yeah, that's that one, and it's this one, which is the same monitor. And then as we go into the central monitor, which is the 144 Hz monitor, it's an MSI, oh god, let me see, can we get it? Yes, it's an MSI Optics G241, so this is a 144 Hz monitor, as I said before, 1080p, 27-inch, G-Sync, no not G-Sync, FreeSync compatible. Yeah, it's just an overall, it's a really nice monitor. I know I only play Minecraft, but when you switch to 144 Hz, you can't go back. But yeah, that's the monitor. We've got this cheap-ass little webcam that I got from Amazon. It's a 1080p webcam. 30 FPS. So, you know, not the smoothest of things, but, you know, it does its job. I literally bought it to do the hand cam for the hand cam ASMR video. So, yeah. And then as we move on, another cheap thing that I got from Amazon is the headset that I use. Since I've got a good quality mic, I felt like I didn't really need to spend too much on a headset. It's, you know, I got it from Amazon for about £25. I'll see if I can put the link to it in the description, but I feel like it may not be sold anymore. It's a Sadie's something something. The sound quality is good enough. You know, it's much more than you'd expect for £25, so there's not a whole lot you can complain about that. I've just realised that I missed the mouse mats, so it's a Dasher TT Sport Esports. Never heard of the company, but to take to university, I am getting a longer mouse mat, one that covers under the keyboard and the mouse as well. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. Now guys, we're going to move on to my new PC, with just the PC tower because I haven't got the peripherals and stuff for it yet, but maybe when I move into my new room I can do a room tour, so you know, leave a like if that's something you want to see. Okay guys, as you can see the PC is turning on. Can we get a better view? So yeah, it's got a much nicer case, RGB interior lighting. It's just turning on right now. I'm using an old monitor right now just to test what it does, so yeah, I'm just gonna set this like right here. Yeah, so don't expect too much. I'm just gonna talk through what kind of stats. You know what, you can see I've just got some old peripherals right there for it right now, under a glass table. But when I go to university, I will hook it up to my 144Hz monitor. Anyway, the specs on this thing. It's a Intel i7 3700K, NVIDIA GTX 1070. So that's not the Ti, that's just the normal 1070. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'll put the motherboard up on the screen because I honestly don't remember. And oh, what else is there? Oh yes, it's got a 500 gigabyte SSD and a 2 terabyte Western Digital hard drive. The SSD is a Samsung Evo 860, I believe. So yeah, it's a good SSD. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much my entire setup. I didn't think this video would be so short, but unfortunately it is. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. If you do want to see a room tour or maybe my new downgraded setup tour when I do move, then just leave a like and I'll see what I can do. Obviously I can't make too much noise given the fact that the room might allow some sound out, but we'll see what happens when it happens. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Do stay safe during this COVID, and yeah, goodbye.